planning to make a Dark Templar, or at least get a Zealot charge. So what I'm actually trying to do is very effective for stalling, or for just, you know, preventing your opponent from getting in your base until you have enough units. So you can actually just force field the ramp. I'll just rewind it for a second and I'll play it. Yeah. So that's not it. Okay, so yeah, this is it. So I actually have sentries here, and what you can do to prevent him from rushing in, you see right here, I force field the front. So it's like even if he has marauders, he won't be able to go in. So he's limited to there. So I can buy myself time to warp in more units. So that's a very important tactic you need to learn if you're going to play as Protoss. Now I think I have enough Zealots and Stalkers, but I'm aware that he already has siege tanks here, so I can't just randomly push out. This is going to shell me and just destroy Zealots at a rate faster than the speed of light. So I'm not trying to do now is just hold on to my front door, and hopefully he will not push out anymore. I'm wondering why he isn't reinforcing his units, so and I'm trying to cheese him as well, but unfortunately I found out that my probe was taken out because he already has missile turrets being built. So my opponent again tried to push in, but now unfortunately for him I have enough units to deal with him, and especially since he did not siege his tanks before he pushed in. So that was really a big mistake for my opponent, and actually a big mistake there. I actually force fielded myself, and instead of being able to kill everything, I'm not able to kill it because, you know, I actually blocked myself off. So I was able to finish up that battle quite nicely. So I know that my opponent doesn't have any more units, so I'm just gonna make a proxy pilot, and hopefully I can push into his base to end this game as quickly as possible, because I know I'm up against a very high level Terran player. So I'm trying to just, yeah, so what I'm trying to do is transitioning into Void Rays. So Void Rays are very powerful units against a Siege Tank Marauder mix, because if you haven't noticed, Marauders and Siege Tanks cannot attack air. So even if he's constructing missile turrets, as long as you have like 6 or 7 Void Rays, those missile turrets won't be able to do anything to your units. I'm also making like 2 more Immortals, and then more Stalkers and more Zealots, because the Zealots will be my meat shields. They will be protecting my Stalkers and my Immortals from damage from the Marines, the Marauders, and that's gonna show you how effective that tactic really is. This time my opponent scans and he sees that I'm going for this mass Void Ray. So what's that telling to him? Telling him he is now pumping Vikings, just pumping Vikings to counter my Void Rays. So I know if I let this match go any further, I'm gonna be at a disadvantage, because Vikings, when you have enough of them, can just hard counter Void Rays, because Void Rays will be blown out of the sky, because Vikings are AoE air fighters, so they're very powerful. So what I'm trying to do is, once I have my Immortals in my army, I can just push in front along with my Void Rays. So I'm actually having 2 more Void Rays out. I'm gonna reinforce them soon. And I also have this probe which will be building another expansion here. Well, the purpose I have it here and not here is because when you put it here, the Terran can just siege tank here and just shell the living hell out of you. So you won't be able to mine as effectively as you could. So when these 2 Void Rays are complete, I will be pushing out with my force. I'm also warping in more Zealots and Stalkers, so I'll have enough units to break through his front door. So unfortunately, my opponent is pretty good. So he positioned his siege tanks over here, and his ramp is over here. So I have to like walk through all the way here just to get through here. But unfortunately for him, I have Zealot Charge, and that shows how effective Zealot Charge is against any opponent. So here I am, I'm pushing out, and he actually gets rid of a lot of my Zealots in a very quick manner. But I have just 4 Void Rays, and then it comes a fight between Void Rays and 4 Vikings. You see, Vikings are very powerful. They do a lot of damage to their units. You see, I lost like 3 Void Rays to nothing, and like Vikings are a lot cheaper than Void Rays. So that shows shows you how powerful a Viking really is against a Voided. But now, since he has no units whatsoever, and he hasn't even started making his expansion, I'm in a good position to win this game. So he's trying to, I don't know what he's doing actually. He's moving out all his units, all his SCVs, but he's gonna get massacred by my units at the front door, which will be rejoining my Void Rays in a matter of time. So yeah, I push out with them. Zero charge again, which is really, I'm really stupid. I didn't micro my units in. I just like attack move. So because I was trying to focus on my expansion here. So yeah, poor micro by me, and unfortunately for my player, he can't. For my enemy, he can't really take advantage of that game because of that mismicro. He doesn't have enough units, and he's just saturated. He has one SCV in his hand. So this game is pretty much GG because the game ended with the moment he microed his probes towards the outside of his base, and my units were there just waiting for him to go out. Like, come here, little kitties, jump on my lap. Yeah. He was just pawned there. So in my unit is just finishing off everything. And I noticed that he hasn't left the game, or as I said, GG. So he may have another base nearby. So I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna have to look for that base, and hopefully, if I'm guessing it right, he's only on 2 base. So yeah, I found the second expansion here, and hopefully I can end it all with this attack. But it looks like, yeah, I'm gonna be able to clean it up. But this game was actually pretty close when he was about to push into my base. And the moment that I reversed that game was due to that very, very nice force field I made on my ramp to prevent him accessing my base. And of course, some micro is very effective too. So as you can see, it's very important to have a good control over your units, because if you're not able to control your units as effectively as you can, you're not going to be able to pull out of a battle. So it's not just all about numbers, it's all about strategy, tactics, and getting the right unit composition. So I'm actually still worried why he's not quitting, or saying GG. So I'm actually gonna finish off this last building, and yeah, so there, he doesn't have any forces. He's defeated. So I hope you all enjoyed this cast, and good luck for the exams next week. So this is me, Bong, just signing out.